Well, out there, yeah, it's me again. Yeah, I've been kind of watching. Yeah, I do Facebook, and I like to go on blogs and kind of surf around the internet, find out what the chatter is and stuff. And I keep coming across where a lot of people are saying Republicans want to cut teachers' salary by 20%, but they don't want to raise taxes on the rich. I can't find what Republicans are saying this, and I'm wondering if you're talking about Congress, they want to cut salaries of teachers, or where they're getting the information from. Anybody out there can help me? I would like to chase this one down, and I think education of our children is very important, and it's something a lot of us don't pay enough attention to. And I don't know if you've seen some of my other videos, you can see my views on what about taxing the rich. They're talking about taxing the rich, and Romney giving his income tax papers for the last 10 years, which if he surrenders to that and does it, I think that would make him the biggest damn wimp in the world. And but that's just my views. School. I think we really, one of our biggest resources we have is our children, and we're raising a bunch of dumb kids, no fault of their own. I blame the parents for not getting active enough of what they're really learning and stuff, but it's no fault of the children. The Chinese are kicking our butts and producing stuff, yet they pollute the world a whole bunch more than us, and they're trying to chase us around for shutting our coal mines down, letting China open new ones that's built back. Our technology of the 50s is what they're building today, but that's a whole different subject. Their children, by the time they become teenagers, have gotten enough math and science under their belt. They got more than what we require our children to graduate out of high school. And that, to me, is just stupid. When the Department of Education was founded, and back in, 78, 79, right in there, we used to be in the top 3 every year on languages, math, and science. We just one of the predominant people that we just done really great. Our cost back then was about mid-range of the rest of the world. I'm talking about the top 40 industrial countries, okay? Now, we spend a lot more than any other country in the world. Our children, when they do their tests and stuff, are falling somewhere between 26th and 28th out of 40. Now, people, to me, that's letting the kids down. If you look at our children, our generation wanted 18-year-olds to have the vote. We wanted 18-year-olds to be able to go sign a contract, buy a car, have cars in their names, and become an adult. Well, that's about the time they get out of high school. The generation that's coming up now, most of them can't function when they get out of high school. Most of them ain't had a job. A lot of them don't even know how to drive a car. Most of them don't even know how a car operates, where the oil goes or the water goes or nothing else, or why it goes where it does go. I think it's a shame. Anyway, kind of, what are we doing to America? If we don't educate our children, what are we doing to America? That's something I don't understand. Okay, what can we do about it? I really don't know. The unions have such a tight grip on things that they suffocate everything. I'm very anti-union. So if you've seen my other videos, you know that. But they had, one time they was great. They had a place in our society. Now they're just a block for the Democrat Republicans to get money to win votes. And anyway, so let's go back to schools. They keep saying if we have smaller classes, they can educate better. But then when they get into high school, they want to have 25, students per class and stuff like this. But then they jump over into college. A lot of college classes are 150, 200 students. If you don't get it on your own, you're not going to get it. The professors put it out there. It's up to you to take notes and stuff. They really don't have in high school they get babysitted. Oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. There's no transition period between grammar school, high school, and college. You just baby them all the way till they get out of high school, and you throw them into college. If they got enough money to go to some of the bigger colleges, they have some pretty big classes. Do we prepare them for that? I don't think so. Okay, this is something that keeps going through me. You have Johnny, right? And he's about the 4th grade. Now, Johnny does real good in math. You give him anything, he just smokes it, just right through it. The rest of his classes, he's pretty good, except English. English, he don't get it, Next year, math is simpler, English is worse. Now, he excels in math, but he failed English. So now, the next year, do we promote him up to the next class without what he has to have for English, or do we hold him back so he does get his English? Excuse me. But then his rest of his class is going to be boring because he already took them. Math is going to be very boring, and I think bored kids usually misbehave. So what do we do? I mean, how should we handle this? Myself, excuse me, I think we started off wrong. When kids are going to go into preschool, we herd our kids through school in little blocks by how old they are. How about if you go into preschool, you get to go to kindergarten, have a set of rules that they know how to obey, and have a set of skills that they master. Then out of kindergarten, you go into 1st grade, same thing. You have certain things they have to be able to be proficient at. Have to write in there someplace, instead of shoving them through at a certain age, let them go by their skills. If they're good in math, let them go through math as fast as they can. K through 12, it don't matter. If a kid masters trig when he's in the 3rd grade, fine. If he's in English and he's in the 5th grade, he can't get that block done, hold him back in the English, let him go ahead and the rest. We really need to change the structure of our schools. We spend more money on our schools, and we're getting less and less every year. And so I don't know, America. I mean, it's like discipline problems. You kick a kid out, he's a discipline problem, you kick him out. Well, if he's too big of a problem, you either give him drugs to zombie him out, or you put him over there in a special ed class or an alternate class or whatever, an academy or whatever they call it nowadays. Why not do this? If the kid can't behave in school, tell the parents to come in and sit with them until they do behave. Parents are going to have to wake up and get more involved in the school's education. So, everybody leaves everything up to the government, and we see how the government runs the post office and Amtrak. So, how are they doing with your kids' education? Wake up, America. Peace out.